Hello, everybody. Ah, welcome to Astronomy 112. Um, Let me start out by going over and hitting some of the high points from the syllabus. I expect you to read the syllabus for everything in more detail, but I would like to hit some points so that it's clear for everyone. First off, hello, I'm Brian Gleim. I hope that these videos are clear for you so that you can understand what we're getting at. And if you need to talk to me and have any questions, you can get a hold of me over email. The easiest way to get a hold of me is to message me through Canvas. Pretty much everything in the class, aside from the labs in the University of Mars game, will launch right out of Canvas. And so I'm trying to make Canvas your one-stop shop for everything that you need for this class. So messaging me through Canvas is the fastest way to do that. If Canvas is down for some reason and you need to get a hold of me, that Gmail address right there, which is also on your syllabus, is an easy way to do that also. Um, you can come into my office hours either in person or virtually. If you're around campus and you want to just drop by my office, even though you're an online student, that's fine. I've got office hours Monday through Thursday. My Friday schedule is pretty flexible, so if you need to meet in person, or if it's easier for you to meet in person, and you can only meet on Friday, that's fine. Shoot me a message, and we can try to plan something. But those are the days and times when I'll be in my office for sure. And then also when I'm having in-person office hours, I'm also on that Google Meets room with the address right there. The address is also on the syllabus if you need it later. So you can pop by the computer or you can pop by in person and we can talk about and work through whatever you need to talk about. Um, the only two required texts for this class are, as I said, the University of Mars video game through AstroVenture. It's, as I said, it's a video game, so it is a freestanding program by itself. It's the only text that you need to buy for the class. So if you go to the address there, you can either buy it directly through the AstroVenture website, the address for which is in the syllabus, or you can buy it through the GCC bookstore. And if you buy it through the GCC bookstore, that's how you'll use financial aid to pay for it. The Astronomer's Tool Belt textbook is not a traditional textbook. It's more of a textbook of activities and practice problems, or we're kind of calling them micro tasks, to help give you some extra practice thinking about and working through the kinds of problems that you're going to talk about in the lectures. So the Astronomer's Tool Belt is not a book for you to buy. It is either I will have it printed up for you, or I've posted the PDF on Canvas and you can print it out yourself, whichever works for you. If you do want a traditional textbook for this class, the astronomy textbook by OpenStax, written by Fracknoy, Morrison, and Wolf, is quite a good book. It is free because we're trying to save you some money here, and it is more of a traditional textbook where you can read along with those chapters, and to get you a little bit of extra help on the material if you need that. I'm not going to assign any reading. I'm recommending it, but it's not required for the class. So I'm not going to assign any reading or anything out of that textbook. But, if at some point during the semester you realize that you could use a little bit of extra help, of course you can come into office hours and get help from me, but or you can read the relevant chapters out of this book, and it might help you out with homework and reviewing for the quizzes and that kind of thing. As I said, Canvas is pretty much going to be where everything is linked through. So our Canvas page, make sure that you have access to the Canvas page and that you check it regularly so that you get any announcements or email that I send to you. The syllabus is on Canvas. The video lectures will be linked through Canvas, and also right next to the video lectures, I am giving you copies of my lecture slides, which you can print out and help you take notes as you watch the video, which I've had some students in the past say is really helpful. So using my lecture slides as an aid to help you take notes during the lectures is an option for you. It's a resource for you to use. Not required. I'm not requiring that you do that, but I have had some students in the past say that it was very, very helpful for them. So it's there for you if you need it. The instructions for which microtasks to do out of the book will be linked through Canvas, as will the lesson in University of Mars, and then the final project will be linked from Canvas also, as will the quizzes and then the grade book. So let me explain all of these for a minute here. Every 2 weeks, there will be a quiz. So I'm organizing the modules in Canvas around the quizzes. So basically, at the end of every module, there will be a quiz based on the contents of that module. There will be 7 modules and 7 quizzes over the course of the semester. At the end of the semester, I am going to drop your 2 lowest quiz scores. So I'm going to take your top 5 quiz scores, and those will constitute 25% of the overall grade in the class. The homework is the micro tasks out of the Astronomer's Toolbelt textbook. Now, if you look at the book, let me pull it up here. If you look at the book, each microtask or each tool has 2 halves. So if you look at tool number 1 on calculators, the first half is a page of notes, or you might call it a study guide, where the first couple of pages are a lot of instructions for you to read to help you out. There's a few questions like there are here, but it's mostly notes or a study guide. The second half is practice problems, and these are questions for you to answer to help you work through the topic. Both of these are an assignment for the homework. So you're going to fill out and answer any questions in the notes page, answer all the questions in the practice problems, scan your work into a PDF document, and then you're going to submit that to Canvas. That's how you're going to turn it in so that I can give you points for it. All right. Each microtask, both the notes page and the practice problems, are worth 10 points total. All right. And it's all or nothing. Do all the work, answer all the questions, and you get 10 points. All right. If you don't turn it in, or if you don't complete it, I give you 0. All right. I expect that I'm not going to be grading every single question and every single answer, because basically I'm putting the onus on you to get all the answers right. All right. There's no time limit. These should take you about 15 minutes. Each of these micro tasks will take you about 15 minutes. There's like 1 or 2 that are a little longer. Maybe it'll take you 20 minutes. But each of them, that's the reason why we call it a micro task, is because they're pretty short and sweet. But I expect that when you turn it into me, I expect that you're going to have every single question correct. If you're not sure what you're doing, ask for help. If you're confused and need some help to double check that you're getting all the right answers, ask for help. That's what I'm here for. Come into office hours, show me what you're doing so that I can help you and correct any mistakes you might be making. All right? Or work with a group. As I said in the email at the beginning of the semester, or the welcome message at the beginning of the semester, this class is going to be a lot easier if you help each other out. And so I know this is an online class, and you can do it by yourself if you want to, and you can. But if you want to get a study group together and either meet in person or virtually, whatever works for you all, helping each other out with these micro tasks so that you can check your work with each other and help each other, teach each other how to do it, it'll make learning this a lot easier, and it'll stick in your head a lot easier, so that it'll be much easier for you to review the material in time for a quiz at the end of each module. Whether you work together in groups is entirely up to you. I hope it works for you. I hope it works for your schedule, and I hope you do, because, as I said, it has been proven, there's a lot of research to show that social learning, working together and helping each other with these kinds of assignments makes learning the material much, much easier and faster, frankly. You'll get it done in less time. So I encourage it. It's not required, but I encourage it. Okay, so each of the homework assignments, each of the micro tasks is worth 10 points. All or nothing. If you turn it in, I'm going to give you all 10 points. I'm putting the onus on you, though, to make sure that you're getting all the right answers, because the questions that you see on the micro tasks are going to be an awful lot like the questions that you see on the quiz at the end of the module. So I think you're definitely going to want to make sure you're getting all the right answers on the micro tasks and review all of your work before you take the quiz at the end of the module. All right. There is no midterms. There are only the quizzes at the end of every module, and there is no final exam in this class. There is a final project which will take advantage, or it will use a lot of the skills that you've learned over the whole semester at the very end. So at the very end of the semester, the last couple weeks of the semester will be time for you to do the final project and submit that to me, and then once you submit that, you're all done. So there is every possibility that you can get the final project done before finals week, in which case you don't have anything to worry about. It's, the class is done and you can take finals week off. Well, for my class anyway. But the final project will be due finals week as if we were having a final exam. The last quarter of the points for the class will be lab points, and the lab points will come from the lab assignments, which are the assignments, the lessons in the University of Mars video game. So the labs that we're going to be doing will be lessons in the University of Mars game. Each lesson, where did I put that? There it is. Each lesson in the University of Mars ends with a quiz. So you'll do the lesson, you'll play the game, whatever game that lesson entails, and then at the very end you'll do a quiz. The quizzes are worth 5 points in the game. You can do the quizzes more than once. So the lab points will come from your first quiz score and also your highest quiz score. So if you do the quiz at the end of the lab lesson, and if you don't do very well, you can do it again and get a higher score. Half of the points for the lab will come from your first quiz score, half of the points will come from your highest quiz score, and it'll be half and half. So make sure you understand what's going on so that you do well on the first quiz, on your first attempt at the quiz. And that, in order to maximize those points. But if you don't do as well as you'd like the first time, you can do the quiz over again for a higher score. And if you get a higher score the next time, then that'll increase your overall points for the lab. All right. Everything for the class, as I said, will be linked through Canvas, and so really the one place to go would be the modules. Just when you go to work on this class, go to the modules, and every assignment, every lecture video, every micro task, every assignment for this class will be listed in order in their respective modules there on that page. So I would say just go to the module, do every assignment in order, and if you do all that, and if it's all making sense, and if you review it, and it's good in your head, then you should be able to do the quiz at the end of the module, and no problem. If you're having some confusion, if you're not sure what's going on, and if you need some help, I'm here to help you. Come into office hours. All right. That's basically the course. So that's the whole class. It's not that hard. As long as you work hard, don't fall behind, and get the assignments done, and if you're confused and start falling behind, ask for help, right? Science is not something that you just do on your own, right? Science is something that people do together and help each other out at, because putting our heads together, we can get a lot more done than we could individually. So if you need help with the class, and if it's a little confusing, get some help, either from each other, your study group, or from me. All right. Um, I'm gonna split this video into two. So I'm gonna actually post a second video where I go over a bit of what is this class, what is the overview of this course. All right. So go ahead and move on to the second half of the video about what this class is now. Good luck, everybody. I welcome you to the class. Have a good rest of the semester, and good luck on the rest of your classes. All right, on to the next thing.